I need like, yeah, I mean that's as, that really is as simple as it gets. Like is my game, no, okay, they didn't crash. Okay. Like if I have my Wasky, like I need, oh man, oh man, yes, that's, ooh, see, it's worth it, man, it's worth it. I need fresh lemon juice, I need honey syrup, I need fresh ginger syrup, which, you know, implies having to go to the fucking store, buying actual fresh ginger, and then squeezing. Do you know how hard it is to get the juice out of ginger? It's like fucking, it's a big oof, let's just put it that way. Mixing that with sugar, mixing that with the honey syrup, and then mixing that with the right amount of blended scotch, like, and then shaking the whole thing, which freezes your fingers. Gotta have saved, yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna, I don't know. I find it easier to manage my weight if I don't drink. Oh, same. It was a lot easier to manage my weight when I didn't drink. Because when I didn't drink, I literally, before I started drinking, I never even like I have pretty good genes when it comes to slurping. Like I don't have genes that are like, I don't have genes that make me fat. I'm pretty lucky on that side. But I do admit that after my weekendly slurping, it's yeah, it's a lot of sugar, a lot of memes. But I'm getting better though. I've been losing a bit of weight. At least I've stabilized, you know, and I am working down on it because, as I said, I was always like the, not only am I short, as you guys have been pointing out in the chat, but I've also really been like thin. A thin little short boy has always been my thing, and so I never really thought much about it. And so basically I've always been the kind of guy who, like, I remember when I was a kid, I was like forcing myself to eat more. Like I was like chugging down like not cornflakes, but havregryn. How the fuck do you translate that? Havregryn. I like how the first thing, yeah, rolled oats, basically like the most calorific thing that has ever existed, and that still isn't completely unhealthy. I remember chugging that shit down to try and desperately put some thickness on my bones. Well, the game didn't like that, did it? And it worked. The meme calories, they helped. I stopped being thin. The only issue is that at this point, I've gotten so used to the fact that I have to eat until I hurt in my stomach that I guess I've always just had that luxury to just eat whatever the fuck I want. Not even like eating candy. Like I'm a big candy guy. I do like my candy, but I also when I moved away from home, I just ate candy every day because, you know, I didn't know better. Well, I did know better, but I didn't think it was going to have consequences. But I haven't had candy in quite a while. So I would argue that my weight has gotten better. I found it a lot easier to be muscular once I hit real puberty at like 25 or so. Candy is disgusting. Yeah, most people at 25 no longer like candy. Also, give me a second. I think I forgot to take a pill I need to have. Oh, there we are. Yeah. Yeah, it's no secret that I'm not like the most psychologically stable guy, so. But as I said, I've gotten better. I take medicine now, and as I said, I just gotta remember to take it every day, and I'll be good. Like I can feel it, right? I get lightheaded if I don't take my pills. Also, I really shouldn't be talking about this kind of stuff just openly like this. Hopefully, this will be buried into. Hopefully, this will be buried in like a 2-hour-long cancer video. So no one's going to remember it. Never like candy. Okay, well, good on you then. Oh, thank memes. But yeah, like you know, I can avoid. I can avoid. Also, that event does actually stack a bit. Oh, interesting. But yeah, I can avoid like potato chips and whatnot. I can at least to delete these memes on Discord. Yeah, I'm pretty good at that. I've gotten pretty good at that. But yeah. Nice. But yeah, I've had people like DM me like, hey man, are you okay? Fuck, that was not what. Nah, men de sannske helvete dritfan. It had the same picture as a different event, so I thought it was, well. But like, I am fine. Like, I am good, mate. I am actually good. I was not blessed with good genes. Not only am I a chronic manlet, but the psychological side of the genes, like my brain is kind of, it's not the best construction ever, but like I pride myself in having like sorted my shit out. Like I'm about, yeah, the government isn't giving me subs. Yeah, the government is giving me money again. Because I was kind of failing at school for a while there, and so the government was like, "Fuck you! You're not getting you're not going to get this freeload money anymore." But I'm currently, you know, I took back some student points. Currently working on taking back the other things I missed out on. I'm good, man. I'm getting back into it. I feel like I'm just like bragging right now, but I really think I am. Oh, fuck off! Of course you're guaranteed by Lithuania, you fucking bastard. At least Lithuania is independent, but. All right, well, I'm around if you want to talk anyway. But yeah, that's the thing. See, like whenever you mention like oof owies, everyone just wants to talk, which is nice and all, but from my experience, talking is not the answer to psychological oofs. It can be. You should try it, but it isn't necessarily the answer. So, but I am good. I sorted my shit out. This got very serious, didn't it? I'm playing Lithuania right now. Well, you bastard, I will ban you if you don't post repeated, like post, like do like an after action report. You don't need to write anything. Just like post screenshots from time to time on the Discord. I feel like people are like embarrassed in a sense to like post screenshots, but I think that's retarded because like I really like that's the like screenshot chat is like my favorite chat. People like posting what they have achieved is like I love that shit. Let's get Constantinople going. Navy going. I think we're ready. The plague is still going, is it? No, of course it is. I had to work evenings and weekends and such. I do post, but I haven't had time to play much lately. Yeah, I mean, you could consider that like a good sign that you've reached a point in your life where your time is being dedicated to more important things. Unless your work is shit. Want a general, Sravaka? It's been a while since you have had a general. You're like my ultimate backseat gaming briv though, so kind of makes sense that you would be my generalissimo. You know what, I'm just gonna do Sravaka. I'm not even going to do the Uglu thing again. Yeah, I guess fire, I shouldn't be discounting fire. Fire can be useful. It really can. It really can. It really do be like that sometimes. Gotta get promoted again so I make enough money to be a proper reactionar. Not sure what that means. What do you work as anyways? Other than, you know, the primary generalissimo of the GreenFors army. Sravaka. Reactionary. Oh yeah. Yeah, you gotta be a part of the upper class to properly... I don't think you can be a proper reactionary these days though. Like, now that serfdom has been abolished, it's not as valuable anymore, isn't it? This province is... Okay, I guess we need to have a core that borders it in order for that to work. I'm a government contractor. I work in accessibility enforcement, making sure blind people and deaf people can use stuff. Well, that's like a culturally, or like a morally good job. I don't know. It kind of does sound like a job that you wouldn't make a lot of money on because, you know, the government, especially the American government, doesn't care about government workers as far as just basing it what I've seen on the news and shit like that. Government workers, like, you know, they just don't seem that important in America. Well, I mean, they are important, obviously, but they don't seem important to the people who matter, if that makes any sense. I do alright. Contractor, not a government employee. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess it would be the American way to, like, contract out the services to private individuals. Not that I'm fundamentally against that, but it's just something you notice. Never mind, I guess we don't... Yeah, I don't have any Diplo points anymore, do I? So I guess we won't be messing around with any of that. Where's my trade navy? There it is. Government employees, I have mixed feelings. So you're like a right-wing guy? In economic sense, that is. You know, I'm not implying that you don't like gay people, but you're like a libertarian or whatever. I don't know. Once again, like I fully admit that there is definitely a chance that like I've said repeatedly that I'm a socialist, or a democrat, or a social democrat, I guess would be the correct way of saying it. And I do not deny that at all, but What I do not deny is that, like, you know, if I am wrong in my opinions, then I am wrong, you know? I am fully prepared to be wrong. Nah, dude, I'm a pretty leftist. I just don't support most legislations that leftists like. How are you leftist then? If you don't like what the leftists do. I get that leftists in America are like a bit spicy, but still. Like, what about free education, for example? Free healthcare. Are those things like you think are spicy? I guess I should be talking about this, because this will eventually make its way to YouTube, and I've been getting a lot of shit lately in my YouTube comments about my political views, so... maybe I should keep it calm. Leftists in America like stuff like open borders. Yeah, I do agree. Oh, okay, now I'm really going to go down to the land of Ufawis, but I do agree that the connection between leftism and a support of you know, unrestricted immigration isn't necessarily the most natural of combinations. Oh yeah, maybe it is natural, I don't know. I'm in favor of free healthcare and free education through college, but only for hard science degrees. Yeah, even I have to admit that it should only be free if you educate yourself in a field of, like, in a useful field. Like, I study dumb stuff, but I still feel like I qualify because I'm going to be a teacher, and, like, you kind of need teachers, don't you? Then again, there is definitely a discussion to be had about whether or not you actually need history teachers, which is what I'm studying to become. What did I miss? Things have gotten a bit out of hand with the political discussions. Basically, me and Servaka are agreeing on the fundamentals of workers' rights and leftism in that sense, but we are both also acknowledging that the connection between leftism and open borders might not be as inherent as we would want it to be. Like, I don't mind immigration. I just think it's like, people do not acknowledge the costs of immigration. That's the only thing I'm critical of. Like, it costs a lot of money to integrate, you know, a person from Syria into Norway. And so you gotta take that into account. And I think that it's like a, what is it called? Like a, like the scale of earthquakes, right? You know, every time you go up a number, it becomes like a lot more spicy. So like, I think of immigration like corruption in Meiou and taxes. Like, there is a balance. And there's like an equilibrium where the costs of having immigration outweigh, or like where they're equal to the benefits of immigration. Right? Because, like, if immigration gets a bit out of hand, then they start forming like slums. And slums are not very, like, slums might be a nasty word, but I guess it's from a Norwegian point of view. I'm gonna, you know what, I'm gonna shut up. I don't know. I would say if you want to be a teacher, the state should provide you work for state schools, but that model is severely broken in this country already. Yeah, but to be fair, like you do have to admit that the American quote-unquote democracy is kind of inherently broken. Like, you know, the whole first past the post, the whole uneducated people in the South, like, the less you the less you pay for education, the more stupid people get. The more stupid people get, the less people vote for political parties that support education. The less, you know, the more people vote for parties who don't like education, the more stupid people get. The more people, like, I feel like America is sort of in this spiral. But I think that maybe in the long run, the supporters of education and progress, you know, progressive progress in that sense, will outweigh the downsides. Downscale, unintelligent, and immobile populace are significantly damaged by low-skilled immigrants. Yeah, that's true. And so even I would argue that, you know, instead of investing money into immigration, you would want to invest money into, you know, educating the existing populace. If only for nationalistic reasons. Like, I'm not even above that, you know. I'm leftist, but even I consider educating the poor people as potentially more, like, valuable than getting immigrants. But of course, at the same time, the issue is that the very poor people who needs to be educated to become like a proper part of a modern society, they are the people who vote for the politicians who make education less good, right? So it's like, so it's kind of like I don't know. As I said multiple times, I do not have a good answer to the whole hey, another controversy. Let's go. Also, anyone want to be my heir? You want to be the next guy who rules these lands? Can I not confiscate? Ah, because I'm at war. Feels bad, man. Yes, this is good. Democracy was made to be broken. Yeah, it was made by the upper classes. It was made like by another aristocrat. Like, it was made by the, you know, the aristocracy. Slave-owning aristocracy. Like, it was like, you know, I'm fully aware why American quote-unquote democracy is like what it is. And the fact that it's somewhat functioning, despite the fact that it is a bunch of laws that were written like, you know, 200 years ago. It's kind of impressive in that sense, but yeah. It seems to me like there's a pattern in history. Like, the first people to experiment with democracy, like the English, the Americans, they usually fuck it up because they haven't sort of had that sort of universal experience. Like, they haven't been able to learn from their mistakes. You know, when we in Norway tried to figure out democracy, we could have a look at England and America and we could see that that was just all kinds of fucked. So we knew how to do it better, but obviously the Americans didn't have any of those examples, and so hard to say. But seriously though, politics aside, no one wants to be my general, because I need a general. I mean an heir. Potentially a general in the future, but mostly just like an heir to the throne. That's how worked as you indicate. Education would never have taken place. Yeah, but once again, that spiral is, you know, say 20% of the population in America is that kind of uneducated, stupid. Stupid is such a bad word, because, like, it's not their fault that they're stupid. They're stupid because they were raised that way. And so it's like, and so progress is made because there are more educated people than stupid people. But the fundamental fact that stupid people are still around is a thing. And so, and sometimes politicians can mobilize the stupid people, and that's when people like Trump get elected. I said make me air? Yeah, sorry. Surveys indicate that the major reason that Obama voters voted for Trump was disagreement with the notion that white people experience privilege regardless of material circumstances. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. Once again, it's like in the same way that modern feminism and anti-racism have, like, if you just ignore whether or not they're actually morally righteous. Because I don't think that whether or not modern feminists, like neo-feminism in the Western world and neo-anti-racism, it doesn't really matter whether or not they're righteous or not. Like, the fundamental facts that equality is good, that is true. But, Black Lives Matter and modern feminism, the fundamental problem with those movements is that they damage equality more than they gain, The activities they do to encourage equality just encourage anger and hatred, and those kinds of feelings create people like Trump. And so that's the fundamental flaw. Make me my son. Make it my... Yeah, aren't you currently the king, by the way? No, there's Heraclius. Yeah, Heraclius is the son. No, you're the general. But yeah, but he died. Never mind, alright. Lol, and yet you ask me if I'm right-wing? No, but that's still my point, though. Like, I feel like... Am I wrong? Like, have I said anything that's, like, anti-social democracy? Yeah, see, I always fuck up that. I always think it's Sravaka or Sravaka, but it's Sravaka. So Stravakoglu. Watching him spell. Fuck off! As I've said multiple times, I really, like, unironically, I really want to go. See, now you're both the heir and the general. I really want to go take a test to see if I have, like, dyslexia or something like that. Because I fully admit that there's a good chance I'm just, like, unironically stupid, but I really think I don't think writing is easy. Yeah, we should be able to nuke the actually, no, fuck all that noise. Yeah, just kill the Bice. I am the Candar, damn it. Problem with the left is that any disagreement is taken as a declaration of evil. I mean, that's the same, that is also the problem of the right.
I am Candar.
Thank you for the bits, man. Yeah, I guess you do deserve it, both being the general and the heir then. Once again, I do not consider that a fundamental issue of the left. I think it's more a fundamental issue of the current political climate, Just because of the way that politics work these days. Come on, Macedonia, let's just end this. Thank you. Alright. He is still allied to the two Sicilies, though, so that's a bit monk-ass. Yeah, so I've been talking a lot of shitty politics here, so sorry if I'm a bit, like, distracted. Because I think we might have to push into Venice itself. Secure some of that local wealth there. Look at that shit. Oh yeah. Oh my ass! That's a lot of wealth! Yeah, let's get the navy together. Siege this first, but we'll get there. Also, this is a fucking good song. What is it called? For Honor and Glory. That is good fucking shit, man. Is fascism inherently bad? Yes or no? Yes. But I'm not gonna start. I don't know. I feel like I'm being, you know. Am I wrong in that? Like, I feel like I would just be like feeding the troll if I'm gonna sit here and trying to explain you. If I'm gonna sit here and trying to explain to you guys why fascism is bad, then I don't even know anymore. I feel like that should be like an obvious. I know you're memeing, but still. Pilgrims. It's been a while since we have this one. Execute them. Yeah, execute them. I don't think there's any downside to murdering the infidel. After all, the infidel is not human, are they? At least not human in a context that matters. Oh yeah, we're doing that. Oh boy. So for Venice, like if I get that, it's not 30. I feel like that might be pushing it, but we'll see. Yeah, once I end the war with Hellas, can I end that now actually? No, I can't, so we'll have to see, we'll have to see. Oi. I guess we can go fuck them up. Yeah, Savaka, I think Heraclius has a really fundamental point to understand here. He says that's any politician though. Like you gotta be able to separate the actions of a politician from the fundamental ideology of just like a normal cunt, you know? Like, just because I am a a democratic socialist, that does not mean that I support everything that the left says in America, because the left in America say things like they intentionally say things to sort of, like, you know, how do you say that even? Like, it doesn't matter for politicians whether or not something is true. All that matters for politicians is whether or not something has a political result. Also, why can't I go to Naxos? Ah, because I'm in the wrong sea zone. Let's see if we can win this either way. You know what? No, 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 no. Stop, stop, stop. Yeah, thank you. Let's at least save the transports, just because I doubt they will be able to make a much of a difference. Speaking to intentionally inflame the passions is an authoritarian tactic. I disagree. I fundamentally disagree. I think speaking to inflame the passions is an inherently political act. Like, Savaka, I sent, it was you, yeah, I sent you the links to the book I wanted you to listen to. That goes for everyone, anyone even watching this on YouTube. Go fucking read The Dictator's Handbook. I mean, especially if you want to come to my stream and discuss politics, because I, like, that book is like the basis of all my political views. The most fundamental of everything. This is cancer. Well. Oh yeah, that's more what I need. I'm sure you won't. I'm sure you would like that little golden horde. I'll still try and be friends with you, but you know, I really do not value your existence. So you know, it happens. It happens. I have it downloaded, but I'm still listening to it. Use Slurp right now. Yeah, of course. No stress, mate. Skal vi se. Har vi intoleranse da? Yeah, fuck the do lists. Do hope these Hellenes can spice things up down there, though. Yumble. That's there. I'll increase autonomy. Just because we're slowly but surely approaching that part of the campaign where I just don't care anymore. I criticize the left because I see it turning into something wicked from here. From my perspective, the European political situation seems less toxic. Yeah, it's not necessarily less toxic. It's just fundamentally different. And also, my only recommendation is, like, try to not think of the left as like this united thing. Like, the left is a coalition between insane people and normal people and medium insane people, and you know, it's like, you know, it's not that simple, is basically my idea. Because it really rarely is. We'll get that cheaping boy. But then... Yeah. Yeah, you do have points, Savaka, and that's the point. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, feminism is good because you know, the idea that men and females should be equal is good, but the way that modern feminists try to quote unquote achieve that goal is retarded. Like, they are hurting the goal of equality way more than they are achieving it, you know? I'm not trolling, I'm generally curious about opinions. Yeah, no, did I imply you were trolling? If I did, then sorry. I guess maybe I said something, but, you know. Guess I wasn't necessarily... yeah, see, here we go. Here come the Greeks. This is what we need. Now, of course, yeah, okay. Now, but that could be good, though. No, they still don't want that? Yeah, we gotta sort that out first. Hopefully the... honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if the Sicilies took that. You fucking bastards. Come on now. Give me. Now, is there any lack of natural harbor? Yeah, there's no... So here's a question. Why is there no dynamic... what is it called? War dynamism? Why is there no war dynamism for these provinces? Why did I get that for these ones? Like, I get in a historic context why that might make sense. You know what, let's save Cyprus. Yeah, I got that, yeah. Yeah, let's take no risk. Let's leave it at that. I might be pussing out here a bit, but that's life. Although I might have pieced out in the wrong direction. No, we seem to be fine. Yeah, I think this adds up. But I really do want that, so how about just a bit less money, and we'll be fine. There we are. That's what we need. Good fucking shit. Yes. I think the current fortifications are justified, so we're gonna keep them. They have a lot of money though, my god. Let's keep the... Actually, how are the universities these days? Oh yeah, no upper class pop. Yeah, no, we still need universities for sure. Where could we build them without having to pay extra? Hudavendigar and Attica. Does make sense to do it in Attica, so we're gonna pull that off. Hudavendigar. It's just not a lot of upper class pop here, and I don't think that will change. No, there's still some rural saturation to be improved. So, who knows? I still feel like we should prioritize it in places with like a lot of rich folk. Like places with rich people but no university. Like, where's the dev map mode? So this is how it looks. Yeah, so this, yeah, we did do university here, didn't we? Usak has a lot of people, but there's no rich people. Okay, now all of a sudden I'm starting to wonder, how do you get rich people in your province? Why do these rich, like, how can you have 24 rural development and have no rich people? Aydin, it's a decent city. Yeah, is there any, surely, yeah. No, there's actually no fucking university in Izmir. We should do something about that. Actually, yeah, can't we do? Yeah, we can do that right now. Without even having to build any local town infrastructure. Yeah, you guys have fun in chat discussing politics, but I'm a bit like, you know, it's a bit too late for me at this point to discuss that, so sorry about that. Things have reached certain levels where I can't keep track. Bastard. Ah. We are decently blobbing into Europe though, so I'll say that. I guess we are reaching that point where conversion is no longer an option. Yeah, it's barely an option right now. Sheer tolerance, Septical. How is Unity? Yeah, Unity is fine actually. Yeah, we can do. Yeah, we good, man. We good. Lesser nobles. Yeah, that's what happens when you burn provinces like we do. Yeah, we definitely need more conversion. Pilgrimage, don't think that matters. No, we really need the religion buy. I guess it's just time to invest then. Just remove all the fuckers and see what we can get. Can you check Naples, particularly Sicily, for good looting opportunities? Of course. Yeah, there seems to be some decent wealth here. Burgers can suck their dicks. That's none of my. Speaking of, how is stability these days? Because I do remember the burgers and the lesser nobles asking. Yeah, they got some privileges that I'm not overly happy about. Yeah, we're pretty close to 100, so I think it actually makes sense to try and revoke some shit. Both of those are mostly fine. Was it this content? Then yeah. Nobles partial criminal courts. Is that like skeptical? Train with a few high court titles for great noble. Yeah, that's there. But really, is it that bad? Who owns the most land these days? Sure. Yeah, it's definitely the lesser nobles who own the most. So I feel like they're the ones who I need to cuck. Even if they've been rather nice to me, but I need those taxes. Like, at this point, I have tasted that... I've tasted the high income Candar feeling. I need more of that. Minus 20% tax? Yeah. Then again, it's the burgers who have been cucking me recently, but does that matter that much? Because as chat pointed out, the burgers are like the best estate because they build urban buildings. And honestly, I still have not been convinced that manpower is valuable. So I think we're gonna fuck with the lesser bias and revoke the low tax exemption. And they just went along with it. I guess I forgot how like accepting the estates are in this update. Because they really do seem to be. In the optimal strat is to take all the privileges from the lesser nobles and then demote the greater. But don't the isn't it like, I could have sworn like the more the less privileges they have, the more often they will ask for privileges. Is that not a thing, or was it a thing, or how does any of that work? Right. Am I paying for the army, by the way? That would be a bit embarrassing. I am. It really was embarrassing. Ah, ravioli. Yeah, we're gonna make Central Greece estates. That is, yeah, because then we'll get both Athens and fuck. Wow. Yeah, this really does illustrate how much you can fuck shit up in this mod, because like there's no urban pop in Thessaloniki anymore, and this was like 20 development a while back, wasn't it? It was like some mental shit. Yeah, okay, so urban saturation is only at 60%, which means we can still get some nice growth, but yeah, there's even, yeah, the irrigation canals. It's still quite spicy though, I'll give it that. Oh, we're already coring it. Never mind, that was a dumb then. Yeah, less privileges means they demand more often, but the strength of the penalties you take from refusing them is proportional to their influence. Okay, so the more privileges they have, the more influence they have. Yeah, looting is great for that reason. Permanently cripples enemies, make you stronger. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna let the Orthodox have their tolerance, but I'll fuck with the Shias, because fuck heretics. Yeah, the two Sicilies didn't quite approve of the whole fuck about in Greece thing, so maybe I do want to keep it cool with them until next time I can. Oh no, we can actually call them into shit right now. Interesting. Their army is kind of sad though, I'll give them that. Because the dream is still to invade the Mamluks. I guess I need to start fabricating on them if I want to even think about doing that, but we can achieve that. That's fine. The size you are going for, I am not sure what I am not sure that centralization is that practical. That's an interesting quandary. But yeah, I do not know. I mean, obviously I do not know. I just want to loot Cairo. That's really... that's as far as my thinking is. Ooh. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, Jalarids, Golden Horde, Drusislys. Yeah, we can get some spice going. I just need to disconnect the Tunisians from the war. And then the cancer can definitely begin. Like, good cancer, that is. Yeah, we have a fuck ton of this. Get some of that trusts. Play the long game. Who would I invade though? Maybe I can get them to join me against Hellas, but yeah, it's gonna be quite a while until we can meme them, so that's not really an option. Silesia, maybe? Distant war, yeah. Can't go against Marie either. Can't go against Venice, obviously. Might just have to keep it cool then. Distant war. It's less though, it's less. Yeah, I can't think of anything. Centralization conflicts or centralization inflicts global revolt risk, which at a certain point from your capital will require significant investments in regional capitals, and I just am not personally convinced in the return. Yeah, I guess I've just not gotten, like, it's pretty rare that you blob hard enough in this mod that regional capitals become like a thing you give a shit about. Centralization has it does give you more stuff though. I mean, you do have a point. Look, this 8.22 revolt risk. That's pretty spicy. But inflation reduction, global trade power, like morale of armies plus like 11%. That's pretty fucking insane. State maintenance, a literal technology discount of 16 fucking %. And the autonomy, like, it's like, I don't know, man. That's like the thing I'm salty about, right? I wish like a proper guy, like a Roomba or no, not Demian. The guy who made those tutorials. And all of those other good videos. Basically, I wish there was like an ultra nerd who would like sit down and really like learn how this game worked. This mod, basically. Like, how do you do good shit in this mod? That's what I want to know. We are starting to eclipse the Egyptians in military tech though. That's rather interesting. So there might be some, yeah, tactics, there we go. There might be an argument to go fuck the Egyptians. That is, yeah, no, that is basically what I want at this point, but I really do not want to have to fight the Tunisians. Especially because that would let the Moroccans move in a lot, a lot simpler. So I need to find someone who I can call Tunis into. Hey, the Knights have reappeared, that's something. Tunis would join that, but I'm not sure if I'm willing to pay that much aggressive expansion to do that. Unless, could I get like, what do I need to justify trade conflict? For hospitality spy network needs to be at least 10. The knights must have trade power in a node where you have at least 10 power of the trade power. Okay, so I would somehow need to get 10% of the trade power in the Aragon node, and I really don't see that happening anytime soon. Yeah. That's unlikely. Stability increase is rough. count the distance from your capital to Egypt. I mean, does it matter that much though? Egypt is so cancerously rich that, like, even if, like, the initial war against Egypt wouldn't even be about conquering anything. It would just be to, like, to get a foothold and to, like, cancel all these cancer alliances they have, cancel the vassals they have. Like, it would just be to, like, casually fuck them up a bit. That's really all I want. I guess maybe I should fuck with the Silesians first. There might be an argument to get that sorted before I start fucking with the Mamluks, just so I can go directly. Yeah, you know what? I was about to say you just convinced myself, but I really do think this would make sense. I never did get any further with those claims, did I? No. I guess we're gonna go back to yeah, we're not gonna get any more claims there, but yeah, let's annex Silesia and then we'll start thinking about the Egyptians. Donovan, I find it difficult to keep distant lands from revolting in a way that feels worth it. You do have a point, but I still think that, you know, the capital is there. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so it's 5 sea zones away. I don't know, like 5 sea zones. Like if I get good ports, you know, the good port. Like I don't know. Like if anything, I feel like I need to try just for the sake of like trying to learn whether or not it's a good idea in the first place. Just steal their shit and build roads. I have roads. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I have a fuck ton of roads. Like, the old Roman roads throughout the land are still here. There's an uninterrupted road connection from Athens to Constantinople. Like, the roads are within us. This is what makes this particular region of the game, like, spicy. Because the infrastructure has already been built by the Romans themselves. So what's going to prevent you? Only memes. I guess I still want to build Spy Network just for the sake of, you know, keeping the memes going. Oh. I'm not converting anything. Tolerance, Devshire, skeptical. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I really want a guy to help me convert shit. They're all just level 3 at this point though, so I guess at this point I've gotten to the point in the game where advisors are no longer useful. So I don't know what to say. I guess just cancel that and see what you can do over there. That kind of sucks, to be honest. You should have the tech level for 2 roads by now. Ah, well, yeah, but like, I can't afford that. Like, what are you on about? Paved roads. Express roads. 400 and fucking owie. That's a lot of costs. Well, there we go. Building roads. We're working on it, but it's still my biggest complaint with Meiou is how much the advisors suck. If only I feel like if you could just choose what advisors you wanted. The fact that it's randomized like it is just pisses me the fuck off. Like, fuck off. Give me a level 1 advisor. I cannot afford level 3 advisors. You fucking just like, ugh. I'm finally making money and you guys just want to take that all away because you're cunts like that, I guess. I'm gonna go burn some Armenians to make me feel better. Like, isn't that what Turks do when they get angry? Alva won't even join. Ay. And I forgot to fund my army. Oh well, it happens. It just really does. So this might have been a mistake. Ah, we actually somehow won. Strongly encourage looting, because fuck the locals. Fuck their shit. Get some buys out, just to stop them from building any more cancer buys. Yeah, he's probably gonna finish before I can get there. We will. January. Oh no, now we can get there. We good, man. We good. Speaking of not the crashing. Oh, I guess I'll use that as an excuse to go have a pee.